Okay, so Zenless Zone Zero's 2.3 special program dev stream just wrapped up. And a side note, on a Monday night, weirdly enough, I swear Heya is just not consistent with the ZZZ's marketing ever for this game. But I wanted to give just my honest thoughts on the upcoming patch. TLDR though, I am very, very happy with the potential direction of this patch. I think the Spook Shack story looked great, the events looked really good, the agents look amazing. We got a wild teaser for 4 new agents coming later on that just like came out of completely freaking nowhere, which look incredible. We'll get to that. Some small quality of life updates. We've got 2 new skins coming. One's a free Manato skin, which is more of a last minute recolor, to be honest, but it's free. I'll definitely use it at least for a little bit. And then we get Vivian's summer skin that is absolutely gorgeous and it's basically free, quote unquote. Again, we'll get into that. And then we get confirmation of Anby's buff. I definitely maybe cried. It's real, it's coming next patch. I could not be happier as an Anby main. We get extra free pools, there's new locations, new exploration maps to actually adventure around in, combat events, endgame. I don't know, man, if you look at the stuff coming in just the next 6 weeks of the game and you still aren't happy at this point, like, I don't know what we're doing anymore. So, with all that being said, proxies, welcome back to the channel. My name is Zeno, and let's go over and just chat about version 2.3, Memories of Dreams Bygone, coming to Zenless Zone Zero on October 15th. And that also being said, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, become a member of the channel to support me directly, and let's just jump into it, shall we? So I think at this point, I've realized that I'm pretty much just a Heya shill when it comes to ZZZ specifically, because I always think everything looks fantastic, and I always just see the positives, so for better or worse, of course. But let's just talk about them briefly. And I'm gonna kind of jump ahead to my favorite thing first, because as this comes to nobody's surprise if you've been around the channel for a little while, Silver Soldier's Anby's buffs. Yes, it's finally official. It's been in the beta actually for a week or 2 now, but it's coming, it's here. Anby is getting her rework just like Alan Joe did. I am so unbelievably excited. You do not understand. Maybe you do, but I absolutely teared up when I saw this. Like, I feel so stupidly blessed that Alan and Anby, being like the top 2 favorites for me in this game, both have or are getting buffs is like a dream. Like, I am literally living my best Zenless Zone Zero life over here. I cannot wait to test her out in content. There will definitely be a video from me going over the changes and testing them out in runs once it's live, but just thank you, John Heya. I love you right now. But moving on to the new characters coming to 2.3. Actually, no, before that, they did show off a small snippet of 4 new playable agents coming to ZZZ. One of them being Zhao, like that little murder bunny looking thing. We all knew that she was coming just from the story already. She was in the last patch, she was introduced. So, but the other 3, however, completely brand new. Like, damn, we got a really pretty girl with like a chakram style weapon, which is one of my favorite style weapons actually. So although I will admit she kind of screams A rank energy to me, sadly. Let me know if you think otherwise, but I cannot wait to see what she can do and if I can get her. We got some sort of form of like mecha lion robot guy thing. He's like super buff. He looks wicked sick. Like, I remember they said a while back in a previous dev talk that they were working on a male martial arts agent. This is 100% gotta be him. I cannot wait to see what he does. We also got Yu Shengwang of Yunqui Summit. I'm gonna butcher these names, I do apologize. She also looks like Xu Shang from Honkai Star Rail, but maybe that's just me. She's the sister that was referenced at the end of the last story patch, and her brother, the other main disciple of Yunqui Summit, Yi Shiwan. I can't remember how to freaking pronounce these names, I'm sorry. I can't. But he chased after Sarah in the Hollow, and she gave the implication that she could maybe save his sister, which he did say he needed help with, or something along that lines from like my vague memory here. So I'm really hyped. She looks super pretty and awesome. I don't know. This might also explain why the brother was never playable so far, or has had a lot of backstory in the last like 2-3 patches. He's probably gonna die. So, crap. And maybe she'll like take his place. I don't know. But anyway, moving on. So Lucia, Yidhari, and Manato are the new agents. Manato being the A rank that will be featured on Lucia's banner. Thank God, by the way, it's on Lucia's banner, who is an ether support. She looks really damn cool, to be honest. For a support that has aftershocks and like very long buff durations, she has very fancy on-field attacks and skills, and her ultimate where she like summons ethereal style minions that she can like use and ride around on. I really like her style. Compared to say like Astriel, where she doesn't really have like attack animations, she just sits in the back singing, and Yidhari has like some fairly basic attack animations, especially with her like, even with, her cool umbrella like deflection gimmick. But Lucia will first and foremost be a rupture support. She will be what Astra is to generic and crit damage, and Yidhari is to anomaly. Lucia will be for rupture. If you main Ishwan, or you want to main Manato, you want to main Yidhari, please consider picking her up. If anything, ZZZ has shown us that these supports are insane level power boosts for the niche that they amplify. They raise account levels by a wide margin. They're super long standing in terms of like power creep for the future. They're just 110% worth investing and just getting them overall. I will be personally summoning for Lucia to help support my M2 Ishwan and just also my future Manato team, which I will build. But I will not be going for her Wenjin just because I'm not going to have enough pulls, and I also just don't think she'll need it. My Astra and User both rock free-to-play Wenjins, and they are far more than broken enough at M0 with free-to-play Wenjins. In regards to her outfit redesign, because that's been another hot topic lately, I like her new redesign, actually, personally, a little bit more than the old one. However, I do hate the potential idea behind it. I say potential because the chance of the devs ever actually saying why they redesigned it is practically slim to none. In regards to the last design, I don't mind them changing it a little bit if they feel like maybe it wasn't suited to what they were going for, but just literally upgrading her boob size from itty bitty titty committee, which I 100% stand for, by the way, to just large boobs with healthy cleavage for just kind of like no reason. I don't know, it just kind of screams like insecurity in the ability to sell the character because it's like slightly less goonerable. And I say slightly because like Lucia is really pretty. She has a great figure. She had a boob window on her chest. She has tight shorts to show off her ass. Like, it's not like this wasn't a decent looking character in general beforehand. So it's just a little confusing. I don't really care much because it doesn't affect me, just like Manato being an A rank. Like, if I want the character, I'll go for them and build them anyway, but it is a little weird and I can understand why some people are upset. Speaking of Manato, actually, Manato, the A rank talk of the town. Now, I think genuinely, his combo and attack animations and just the aura that he has are like so well into the S rank agent level that if you did sell him as an S rank, people would have been just like, hell yeah, man. Like, I think he looks really good. Obviously, a lot of his potential will be locked behind being an A rank unit and needing closer to M6 for his actual like full power, even as an A rank. But thankfully, we at least get one copy for free from the main story or event or whatever it is, as well as his recolor skin for free. And remember, we can now actually buy a free copy from the in-game store now of any A rank of your choosing if you have that little currency saved up, just to help max him out faster. And also, thankfully, he's on Lucia's banner, who is the Rupture support. So going for her, you're more than likely to get at least a couple of extra copies for most players. I seriously hope that I'm going to get at least a couple of extra copies myself. I'll be building him, I'll be testing him, and I'll try and make him work the best I can because I think he looks genuinely really freaking cool. So I'll do at least a video on him. I'm just not sure when because I don't really have the resources to build all these agents, and I've still got to now start pre-farming for Lucia first before I start getting stuff ready for Manato. Next agent up is Yidhari, an Ice Rupture DPS, a unit that focuses kind of on like self-sacrifice. She drains her own health for her damage and her skills. She looks super cool. She's super sexy, let's be honest. The idea of also draining HP to boost damage is a really good gimmick for skilled players to take advantage of because you'll always be like lower health than normal to get like hit and you can't take many attacks. She will also benefit though from Lucia heavily, so do keep that in mind. If you want Yidhari to shine, Although I do believe Astra or maybe some others could be decent replacements, worst case scenario, but just not the best. Just keep in mind that Lucia is going to be the best in slot support for her, so it's going to be a rough patch. I'm kind of glad she's ice, because it just, for me personally, means it's an auto skip. Because Alan's my favorite character. My Miyabi is M2, so to me that just means there'll be also more ice content coming, hopefully, that I can use Alan again in for a patch or so, because it's been a little bit since I've been able to use her properly. But seriously, like, side note, if I see another goddamn ice DPS unit before we get some other basic missing elements and coverage and agents, I'm gonna start to crash out. Like, that's now 4 ice DPS. It's getting a little bit much. Can we just, can we stop? That being said, Yidhari looks amazing. She's like a walking hentai character in the making. I'm not going to complain about that at all. The rerun banners are going to be Vivian and with Lucia and Fufu with Yidhari. This is another really tough patch if you wanted Rupture agents or supports, as the best in slot teams for Rupture include both Fufu and Lucia, whether it's Yishuan, Yidhari, or Manato, I believe. So just kind of like how 2.2's Obel squad patch, where everyone is stacked into one patch, it's kind of really rough out there for those trying to gather all of that one niche at once if you hadn't had any of them prior. You'll sadly have to spend a lot without a bunch of savings and just like some insane luck. But speaking of spending, Vivian gets her new summer skin. She's kind of late to the party of patch 2.1 by 2 patches now, but hey, she's absolutely gorgeous. Like, that skin makes me want to summon Vivian so badly. She's absolutely stunning. It's very elegant, it's very beautiful. I still think a Halloween skin would have been maybe a better personal fit, just for like the Spook Shack and the Halloween vibes, and Vivian's a Banshee, but the Gooner game's gonna goon even if it's like, you know, 2 months later. But the thing with Vivian's skin is it's technically free, in air quotes, as long as you summon at least 180 times during both patch 2.3 and whatever patch 2.4 is, you can get the skin for free. It's also available to buy in the shop like all the other skins normally prior. So this is fantastic. You literally cannot complain about having 2 entire patches, 12 plus weeks, to get this skin for free. And it's also, it's available to buy in the shop like every other S rank or A rank skin. So unless you have like the best luck in ZZZ, or you're just choosing to skip until like December or January, which is like a really long time away, I don't think people realize that, you will get this skin with moderate summoning. Even at a base free-to-play level, the game gives at least 90 pulls more per patch, not including anything that you still haven't completed till now, or new players with backlogs, not accounting for the internet, you know, $5 a monthly thing, or the battle pass. So I will be getting the skin myself, even though I don't have Vivian, just because I'll be summoning for like Lucia, and then I'm sure I'll be summoning in 2.4 for other characters. The only question remains for me is, will that make me go for FOMO and try and spend money and get Vivian so I actually can use the skin? I hope it doesn't, but we'll have to wait and see. The new towns and locations look really damn cool from the main story chapter. The new exclamation map that we get to run around in, like the ones that launched in 2.0. We get a few extra poly rewards as well in terms of login bonuses. We get 600 extra for one, and I believe the other was like 480 on top of the 10 limited pulls and boupons as well. We get also what looks like a new endgame mode, which I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. It's really in-depth and slightly complicated from what they were showing off, like a combat event. It's called Threshold Simulation Branching Echoes. Now, it needs, I think, up to 3 teams in total. But like most things in ZZZ, when it looks super complicated, it's usually not that complicated in practice. The devs just don't always have like the best way to explain things, but this is really exciting. I'm very curious to see how this pans out, especially after the community and the endgame HP inflation talk this month. Let's hope this is balanced just well out of the gate to just set a better example. We'll have more information soon enough when it launches, and we'll wait and see. Get a super cool event that gives us like a full-on turn-based battle system, and it uses like ethereals and enemies to fight, and it looks like super dope. This genuinely excites me. Like, once again, the ZZZ's like, we've got the best mini games and events. Like, this is so sick. The camera event is back with a host of upgrades to take really wicked cool poses and shots of like favorite agents doing attacks and skills. We've had this before. I really enjoyed this the first time around, but now we've got more agents. They've given us more filters, more camera versatility, which was like a semi-issue the first time around. I cannot wait to get some absolutely sick pictures in this. We can also use some of the unique filters and frames in the real world when taking out the camera when you're roaming around. That's really neat as well. A small event where we can tell fortunes to characters. We've had this style event before, just in a different like name and ways. Fairly easygoing event, just nice to see it back slightly different with new characters. The battery event is back. This is more just like a free daily rewards check-in than an actual event. You just use some daily stamina and you'll get free polys and materials handing them in. In regards to the new exploration map, just like back when 2.0 launched, we get an events page worth of rewards for tracking things down, beating enemies, solving puzzles, just to help incentivize completing the new area in 2.3 specifically, which is really nice. We get some more basic quality of life updates for Deadly Assault and Shiyu Defense. We can now see our past clears and ranks in the game, opposed to having to go to Hoyo Lab itself. And the new crown system for completing them every cycle, which adds like a permanent increase next to your badge, which is kind of cool. You can show it off. We get double drops. We get this every patch. Love to get double nothing. That feels doubly amazing. We get like a little new gadget to buy from the store that you can decorate your room with. The pawn shop has new accessories as well for the proxies, for the temple outfits that you can use. The disk drives have a small update in the menu system, and now the preferred stats are actually highlighted in yellow, just to help those that don't use guides or research as much. When using batteries, it now auto-syncs the exact amount you need when you're doing something from your stored stash when you're clicking on it, so that's kind of nice. The training plan has been slightly improved with like a physical progress bar to help when leveling up agents. The red dot system for when something new is available in the menus is now being replaced with the word new instead. They said this is to help with red dot anxiety, which I just found really funny. There must have been a lot of players that were getting really irritated by this, and now you can also clear the new notifications in bulk by just going over the tab, just to make it disappear if you want to, but that is nice. Outside that, there's always a chance I miss something, but that pretty much wraps up everything I think coming to version 2.3 of Zenless Zone Zero. Like I said at the top, I think this patch looks really freaking cool. I am loving the direction of where it's going. It all looks great. I cannot wait to play with buffed Anby. I'm so excited at her maximum power now that I also have Orphe video coming soon on Orphe. Events, stories, locations. I'm just absolutely loving the direction of where this is going personally. So I gotta pose the question to you guys now, like, are you excited about 2.3 or 2.4 onwards with the new agents that were teased? Who are you looking forward to? Are you saving up? Are you spending heavily this patch? Like, I'd love to know down in the comment section. Anyway, with that all being said, I will leave the video there. So thank you all so much for watching and or listening to me ramble. Hope you guys are having a fan-frickin-tastic rest of the day. And as always, my name is Zeno, and you guys take care now.